Hi friends, I'm Yamini and I'm back again with another video from the Saffron Box. So today I shall be talking about the planet Venus. What does Venus signify, what does it represent, and what is the impact of Venus, this planet, on our horoscopes and in Vedic astrology, right? So first of all, to begin with, Venus, if I have to actually, put a name to what kind of qualities Venus represents, it is everything which is beautiful, right? So art, your appearance, your beauty, clothes, perfumes. So all the fine things which give you a sense of comfort, which give you a sense of luxury, are all represented by the planet Venus. Yeah. And this is one planet which is a very important planet in the charts of males as well as females, because it also represents marriage, right? So it is a karaka of marriage, of sexual pleasure, of luxuries, of wealth. Okay. And it also represents love affairs. It represents all matters of the heart. Your ability to do well in a relationship is represented by Venus. So if you have a well placed Venus, you do well in your relationships. And when I talk about relationships, it's not only with your spouse or with your partner, it's basically with everyone. So well placed Venus actually gives you the ability to mingle well with people around you, to maintain your relationships, right? And also when it comes to marriage, the position of Venus is always studied in a chart. Okay, so Mars is one planet which we always consider while looking at marriage, and Venus is the second planet, because the strength of Venus, how is it, how well disposed is it, we'll talk about how well your marriage is going to be. In case the Venus is afflicted, or it is aspected by malefics in your birth chart, there could be a issue relating to your marital relationship, relating to your marriage. There might be issues relating to other relationships as well, right? So there could be a delay in marriage. If there's a very severely affected Venus, there could be a denial of marriage also in a person's chart. Yeah. So Venus is something which is again, as I said, also associated with good sense of art, of fine arts. So your fine music, dancing, your artistic abilities, okay, a sense of decoration. So all those people who are basically into all these fine things have a well placed Venus in their charts, if you see. Yeah. And they also say that in terms of your appearance, if you have a well placed Venus, usually a person is very attractive looking as well. Yeah. And if you have Venus in your first house, or if Venus is aspecting your first house, if it's placed with your ascendant lord, there's a very high probability that a person is going to be very attractive to others to look at. Yeah. And Venus is also it represents your it represents what kind of a nature you have, because Venus is a benefic planet. So if Venus is well placed in your ascendant, say, usually one is considered a very soft and a romantically inclined person. Okay, as I said earlier, Venus represents your love affairs. It represents romantic pleasures, right? Sensual pleasures. So if Venus is well placed, if it's in one of the Kendra houses also, it's considered very good in a chart. Yeah. And in a male chart, it represents your wife, right? So if one has to study the position or the relationship which one has with their wife, Venus in the male chart can be studied for that. Yeah. And when it comes to body part wise, Venus represents the sexual organs. Venus represents the ability to reproduce in a female. Yeah. And apart from Mars represents blood. Venus represents again the ability to reproduce in women, as well as it represents the male reproductive organs as well. Yeah. And in case Venus, is not so well placed, in case there's an affliction on Venus, it can also hamper the ability to have children, have progeny, right? And if I talk about friends of Venus, Venus has Saturn and Mercury as its good friends. It does not gel well with Sun and Moon. Okay. And Venus exalts in the sign of Pisces, that is the last sign of the zodiac, and it debilitates in the sign of Virgo. Venus rules over Taurus as well as Libra, and the color associated with Venus is usually white. The gemstone which Venus represents is diamond, right? So maybe that's the reason that usually people, when they get married, when they're engaged, they prefer a diamond ring, and they wear it on the ring finger. This is the finger which Venus represents. Yeah. And there are a lot of other qualities. We'll in the subsequent videos I shall also talk about what Venus does in each and every house in your chart. Yeah. So till then, bye bye, see you, and God bless. If you've liked the video, do press the like button and do not forget to tap on the bell icon to get regular updates. Thank you so much.